my man JB. Good evening, JB.
Good evening, Russ.
So, where do you think it's gone wrong for Burnley this evening? Obviously, I've seen your comments in the where it's gone wrong for Burnley so far this season, my friend. Even considering we're 4 games in.
Where do you want me to start, Russ? Our inability to I'm desperately trying not to swear, and I don't want to swear, but I am so tired after tonight's result. I actually thought we were very good for about 56 minutes tonight, but I'll tell you where it's gone wrong. Our inability to hold on to leads. It happened against Brighton. It happened in a way against Leeds, and it's happened tonight. And I thought for 60 minutes tonight, I thought we were actually brilliant. And then I think Dyche gets found out. I have to give Ben Mee a lot of criticism. Yeah, he scores a very good goal to put us in front. But it gets drifted out to the left-hand side where Charlie Taylor should have been. And that leaves us short-handed at the back on the equalising goal. Good cross. Brilliantly headed in by Michael Keane. Second goal, I'd like to say it was a worldie, but because I'm a Burnley biased so-and-so tonight, I thought it was a bit lucky from Townsend. I thought it kissed in off the post. He needed a bit of luck. That's just my opinion. Don't hold me to that. And then the third one, just completely parted down the middle. We're just not disciplined enough. We're not as disciplined as we should be, Russ. And you know what? I'm now starting to wonder whether Sean Dyche is the right man for the job. I mean, he's had a good run with us. 8 years he's been in charge. He's done brilliant for us. Second best manager since the days of Harry Potts. But I'm getting to the stage now where teams, I think, are now starting to find us out, and it's a travesty, really. Another criticism of Sean: substitutions. Tonight at 3-1 down, when you're looking for someone, you're looking for Maxwell Cornet to come on. He doesn't bring him on. He brings on a 34-year-old, with all due respect, a 34-year-old Baron Lennon, whose days is now one behind him. Brings on Jay Rodriguez, who hasn't scored. Starts Ashley Barnes, who's been more like a bull in a china shop than a goal scorer. The list is endless, Russ. And I think, and I've come to the conclusion after 4 games, I expected at least 5, maybe 6 points from the first 4 games. I think Brighton was a winnable game. With all respect, I think Leeds was a winnable game. And I thought tonight we could have had something tonight. And, Liverpool I can accept, because Liverpool are just a world-class outfit. And, they can play teams off the park like they did yesterday. But the other 3 games, the Brighton one, the Leeds one, and Everton tonight, I think we should have had about 5, maybe 6 points from those, from at least 3 of those matches.
Where to go, and the board did decide to get, and Alan Pace did decide to get rid of Sean Dyche. Who would you have in, realistically, who would you try and say, who would you want as the next manager for Burnley Football Club?
Somebody with Premier. I couldn't bandy about names at the moment, because obviously I'm still cheesed off them tonight, obviously. But somebody who's got Premier League experience, somebody who's, I'm not saying, I think Sam Allardyce's ship has sailed. Someone who's got a little bit of give and go, maybe. I'd like, obviously, you look at the job Graham Potter's doing at Brighton. I wouldn't mind somebody like him. A guy that's got fresh ideas, a fresh coach, likes to play nice, expensive football, which sometimes, Burnley don't get the credit for playing nice football, obviously, but we've got to have a plan B or a plan C, and I don't think Dyche has got it. He's got the success on being very strong, but teams, it was always going to be inevitable that teams were going to find him out, and I think certainly Brighton, Leeds, Liverpool, and Everton have certainly cottoned onto it already. I'll tell you what. I was optimistic looking ahead towards Arsenal. I'm not that optimistic now, I can tell you. But we need a manager. As I said, I can't reel off any names at the moment. I'll need to have a good think about it tomorrow before I can, But we need somebody who's got fresh ideas, a fresh impotence. Just needs to give a little bit of breath of fresh air, because at the moment I think as well as he's done, Sean Dyche, and he's had a great run with us. I think it's going to come to a point where Mr. Bates may well say, "Thank you for everything you've done, Sean, but it's time to say goodbye."
200th appearance in the Premier League and all for Burnley as well tonight. How good of a goal was it? What a good goal from Ben Mee tonight, JB. I know he said it was a fault for the equaliser, but you've got to say, fantastic goal from Ben Mee tonight, wasn't it?
It was a great goal, but it mattered little because we didn't get 3 points. I don't want to be, great to mark his 200 game with a goal, but I know Ben full well, and him being the professional that he is, he'll be annoyed that we did win tonight, and he will take responsibility. Don't you worry about that. But it matters not for nothing that goal now because we've lost the game. It hasn't got us any points, and I think I'm looking at the bigger picture. It's nice to see you talk about individual performances. We didn't play as a side tonight. When we went 1 up, we forgot how to play as a team, and that's ultimately cost us. I mean, great for Ben Mee individually to score that goal, and he has been, by and large, in the last few years, a linchpin. But this season, I have to be honest, he's been shocking so far in certain games.